A lot of koi. Hey everyone, Corey from Aquarium Co-op. Today I'm with Zach from koi.com and we're doing a kind of a special thing, what to look for in younger koi. He's got a bunch of koi set aside and we're going to go through some things so hopefully you know what to look for when you're at your local store or wherever you're at your nursery picking out koi to bring home winners for your pond. So stay tuned. Alright, so we've got koi, you know, and they're usually you'd have a little bit bigger of a pond or something to choose from, but I had them scoop up a bunch at random and we're kind of going to go through them and make note of maybe what some of them are and then what we're looking for, or maybe we wouldn't buy that fish, that type of thing. And so basically I'm asking them to sort through this on, hopefully we'll get down to a few that maybe I'll purchase or at least you would purchase. So
yeah, so we'll start. There's a lot of different varieties in here. It's just kind of a mishmash of different things. These are koi from several different breeders mixed together. Different breeders tend to specialize in different types of koi, so we buy from lots and lots of breeders and usually mix them together to create an overall mix here. So in this particular bowl, there's koi from a breeder, two breeders in Niigata. One is named Marusei, and the other is Igarashi. And these are both breeders in kind of more the northern part of Japan. They specialize in some different stuff. Each of these guys breeds about 3 or 4 different varieties. A couple of them are really well known for kind of oddball kawarigoi style.
That is cool.
Which is really just a kawarigoi is a category of koi. It's kind of a catch-all category. So when it doesn't necessarily have a type associated with it, a name directly associated with it, it gets
so it's
put
like
into
fancy words for other.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. For oddballs and yeah, just miscellaneous stuff. So this would be considered a kawarigoi.
That's pretty cool.
That's a pretty cool one. Yeah. This is a doitsu, so it's kind of got that scaleless effect. Except it's got these big scales right up the backbone there, which are really cool. And you know that one and this one are the same fish.
Oh wow!
But I know which one I'd want to have in my pond.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'd go
make
for
sure
that
guy
one all
stays
day
in
long.
this pond.
Yeah.
Make sure he stays out.
That one's pretty cool. So
yeah,
we'll move that guy next door. There's a lot of other variety in here. We've got a lot of kujaku. In Japanese, kujaku translate, well, in English, kujaku means peacock.
Oh.
And kujaku have, when they get older and bigger, they get this really cool reticulated kind of net pattern going on. This one's got really good reticulation already starting to show right there. And it kind of reminds you of the tail feathers of a peacock, how they've got all those kind of scalloped little, so that's where the name comes from for kujaku. And so that's a pretty cool kujaku.
So when, let's say we just looked at those two kujakus, would you be choosing based on size or pattern, or?
I'd be looking at pattern. I'd be looking at some of the qualities of the fish when it's a young fish. I tend to like them that have a lot of white on the head like that, and really white in the fins. They have a good metallic sheen to them. They have kind of a metallic skin underneath all this, so they when they get in the sun, they kind of glitter a little bit. So I would be more. I would lean personally more towards one that has a little bit more white showing on the head, maybe a little more pattern. But it's all a preference thing. Some people are really into those guys that are much darker. So you know, and really it's kind of, you're up in the air what's going to happen with them. Different environments will cause different things to happen. So in some places the koi might become much darker in your care. In some places it lightens up. So it really just depends on the pond, but for myself personally, I would lean more towards the guys with a lot of white on the head. So
maybe what we can do, I want you to pick 6 fish out of here, like out of this group of fish that you think people, like if you were at a store, because you also sell these to other stores and stuff, but out of this group of fish, they're all from Japan, like what 6 would you choose? Which I kind of already bent your hand on that one.
I already put one in there, Everybody's got to have a chagoi in their pond, so I would pick a chagoi. Chagoi are kind of a, there's some different variations in their color. Sometimes they're quite brown, sometimes they've got kind of a green tone to them like this. But chagoi have a propensity for growth. They get really big, and they tend to be, they have a great disposition. They get really, really friendly. They'll eat out of your hands. They're usually the leader of the pack in the pond. You get the other fish to kind of also start becoming more friendly.
Like a little cheerleader.
Kinda, yeah. except they get real big, so they're pretty popular with people. So I would definitely get a chogoy for a pond. That would be a must-have. And that one's a pretty clean chogoy. Something you'd really look for in chogoy is like evenness in color all the way through.
Yeah.
This one has really good, check out how perfect the scales are. It's almost like lace laid over the top there. It's really, really cool. So those are a couple things you'd look for. This one's really clean, so that'd be a me pick.
Whereas like I think this one back here, it's got like black on it or something like that.
Yeah, this one's got kind of some darker to it, some darker bands to it, which probably won't go away. So that fish is going to retain that. In some cases, that's really cool if it's almost forming like a pattern on the fish. This one just seems to be really one-sided, so I'm going to stick to the one that's got
the clean line.
Got a little bit more of a clean line to it. We were just talking about kujaku a minute ago, and I really liked that one. I thought that was a clean kujaku.
Okay.
Nice clean head, fins are perfect, and as this fish matures, that reticulation will become more defined, so that should be a cool fish in the future. Hang on to that one. Gotta have a kohaku, so let's find a kohaku real quick. Every pond's gotta have a kohaku. Most of these kohaku are what they would be considered kind of omoyo patterns, which are kind of a solid pattern that runs all the way through. Not a heck of a lot of guys in here with stepped patterns.
Now, the ones that have that solid pattern, as they get bigger, could it turn into 2 steps?
Not likely.
Okay.
It can. I've seen some that break up a little bit and become multiple steps, but it tends to stay kind of what you start with. Let's see. Too many fish to look at in here.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a Ginrin kohaku.
Yeah, I saw that one. I thought that guy was kind of cool.
That's got the Ginrin scales too.
So that's like the diamond scales, the Ginrin.
Ginrin scales, yeah. This one has what's called Hiroshima Gin, and the scales actually have this kind of scale was developed in Hiroshima, and the scale has these lines of Ginrin in it, like just straight lines through it. As it gets older, it becomes more visible.
I like that fish once they hit the sunlight.
Oh, they're pretty cool, yeah.
They're beautiful.
Ginrin look really, really good when they're young, and as they get older, if they hang on to their really good Ginrin as they get older, you got a winner.
Nice.
As they get older, sometimes the Ginrin becomes a little bit less pronounced. So, let's see. I'm having a hard time finding a kohaku I love. Oh, I like this guy.
There you go. It's got some steps to it.
It's got kuchibeni. It's got that red on the nose there, which is really popular. So we'll hang on to that guy. Let's see what else we got in here that's super cool. I saw a sanke a minute ago that I thought was pretty cool. It had really good sumi. Oh, here's a doitsu sanke.
Nice.
You love doitsu.
I do love doitsu.
Yeah. That one's going to change a lot. This one's completely scaleless. It has no scales on the side, no scales up the backbone.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
I thought they had to have some scales along the back, but he doesn't have any.
He doesn't have any, yeah. None up. Usually on doitsu you'll see it up the lateral line on each side. Yeah, this one's totally clean.
That guy's clean.
Yeah, and the sumi's starting to come up. No, this one's going to change a lot. As this one matures, more and more black will come up, so that'll be a fun fish to watch.
Nice.
Should hang on to that one.
Yeah.
I
like that guy
too. That was pretty cool. Not that one. Where'd it go? Oh, grab the same one again. Oh, there you go. That's a pretty cool matsuba.
Yeah, that guy is awesome.
That's the same thing, reticulated pattern. This comes from the same breeding as a kujaku. So it's basically a kujaku minus the pattern. But
I see.
That's a pretty cool fish as well.
That is.
I'd hang on to that one.
All right. What do you got? You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got your 6.
I got 6 over there.
Unless you see one more, you got to swap out. But you know, I'm kind of thinking like, okay, you can afford to buy 6. There's a deal on 6 of them.
Yeah.
The 6 you pick.
The 6er.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 6-pack.
There you go. Always put a bunch of fish together and get a better deal. There's another cool doitsu as well.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That guy's. I like that guy a lot too. Does he have any of the scales?
Let's see. He's totally scaleless too.
Ooh, might have to
We're gonna
compare
have to do
those
some
two.
comparisons.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Should probably get these guys back in the pond.
All right.
Starting to.
So now, I know why there's other fish in here, but I want you to tell everyone else why there would be these big fish and then these small fish in here.
Yeah, we put these big fish in here kind of to blow some people away.
Yeah.
These fish are actually the same age as these fish. So side by side, they're within a month of each other in terms of age. And these fish were born just about 1 year ago, probably in May of 2016, these bigger fish.
Wow.
And these would be called jumbo tosai. These are fish that are just now turning 1 year old. And so are these little guys. They're
Wow.
the same age. So,
And what's like the price difference on something like these little guys versus the bigger guys, same age?
yeah, it'll be more for sure. Jumbo tosai tend to be the kind of koi that you buy if you're really looking to get something huge. It's not to
Okay.
say that these little guys won't get big. They're just not off to the same head start that these other guys are.
Okay.
So, you know, whereas this fish has got a good shot at pushing up to 30 inches or something like that, maybe this kohaku would only push up to maybe 26 inches or something
Okay.
like that. So it's still going to get big. And
Yeah.
for 99% of people out there with a pond,
Most people are going to hit 20 inches anyway, so
Right,
they're going to be
so-
all the same.
Yep. And so these guys have gone through some rapid growth in their first year. They'll grow quite a bit in their second year, and then they'll kind of slow down. These guys will actually buy a fish like this at this time of the year. By the end of the summer, it should be close to double its size.
Wow.
Easy. So, especially if it's in a good-sized pond where it's nice and warm, and they're eating 4 or 5 or 6 times a day. So, yeah, it should totally get up there. But yeah, so there's a kohaku that's the same age as that kohaku.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
crazy to
ridiculous.
think about.
Yeah. Yeah. So out of those 6 fish, I don't know, we had a couple of doitsu sanke in there.
Yeah, so we got to
Yeah,
choose who's
that-
the winner
That
between
was
the
the
two.
original doitsu sanke in there.
Okay.
A little bit of kuchi beni on the nose, and then we saw this guy that was pretty cool too.
Oh, they're both super cool.
Yeah. I don't know, I kind of like, you know, this one's got some, it's got some good sumi in the back end there, and it looks like some more is still developing right here in the front, which will come up and make that a pretty cool fish. But I really like the face on this one, how it's kind of half and half red, a little bit of kuchi beni on the nose. Quality's the same, you know, similar quality in both of those
So
two
it's kind of
fish.
just down to
They're both siblings,
whichever one you like more, because they're.
or maybe you have to take them both.
I might have to. That's.
But then you got to have room for this guy, because
That guy I really like too.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool variety. There isn't many guys in Japan that breed these anymore. There's only a couple of guys that breed these. This is called a Kimizuho Ogon. That's a hard one to pronounce, but that's a pretty cool variety. Not a heck of a lot of guys breed those anymore. So
Yeah, maybe I'll buy all the doitsu, those 3.
There you
Like
go.
those. I'm not supposed to come up with any more koi, but
life's
you
gonna
know,
kill you.
how can I spend all day at koi.com and not?
Yeah, you got to go home with something, right?
Yeah.
I might take this fish and put it out in the big pond and grow it for the summer. See how big I can get her.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
It's so
I need
early.
another chagoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have a really big chagoy up by the office there, and she was super friendly, and everybody could feed her out of their hands. So she was a cool fish. So maybe I'll hang on to that one. We could have a growing contest.
There you go.
You grow these, I'll grow this one.
Well, you might have a little bit of an advantage because it's a chogoi, but I'm up to the challenge.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay, let's do that.
All right.
I mean, so you've got a fish that should get bigger, but I've got 3 chances really. I'm bringing the 3 doitsu home.
I'll hang on to this one.
All right, and I'll take the other 3.
We'll catch a video at the end of the summer and see.
And
who
then we got to
wins.
figure out like what the loser has to do or what the winner wins. One of the two.
All right.
Because I am very competitive. I am like all of a sudden my day just became I got to figure out ways to auto feed these guys more, water change them more.
Yep. Push the growth. Yeah, I don't see any reason though why by the end of the summer, if you really push these guys pretty good, they couldn't be this big easy.
Wow.
So
That's
yeah.
crazy to me.
Yeah, and this fish is probably about 14 inches, I would say. And these guys should go from these are about 6.5 inch or so. They should easily do double their size by the end of the summer. So even here in Seattle where we don't get a long summer. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm excited to see how they grow out. Like this, that was fun to pick out fish because I found 3 I want.
Yeah.
And even you got one.
Even I got one. on top of all these.
I think what I always try and stress to people, pick the fish you like, not the one that you think is going to win a show, because really you're going to keep them for many, many years.
Yep.
And why choose something that disappoints you and doesn't win a show versus something you just picked up and you like?
You love it, yeah. If you love it, you buy it. I mean, that's my advice to everybody too. If you see a fish you're just in love with, you should definitely snag it. And different times of the year, there's different stuff available. So you'll go around to various shops around the country, and guys will have an abundance of kohaku at the beginning of the season or something like that.
Yeah.
That's your opportunity. You should probably snag a good kohaku then, because later in the year he might not have as many, and he might be onto something that's got a lot of kujaku or something, and that might be the time to snag something like that. So when you see something you like, you should snag it.
Well, I'm going to take those. Like, I don't need 2 of them, but it's like, well, I can grow both of them out and see which one I like more, and then rehome one if I don't fall in love with both.
It'll be cool to watch them both develop next to each other. They're probably, I mean, they're siblings. They're from the same breeding, same breeder and everything. So,
can you tell if they're male or female, like with the vent with this young?
At this size, it's pretty hard to tell.
Okay.
Yeah, it's tough at this size.
That's all right.
Yeah, usually when the fish start to get to be about this size, it becomes a lot easier.
Ooh, maybe I'll bring these guys to like the last show of the season, and I can get measured and
right in September.
In September, because then we can compare them, because it'll be, you know. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I can't enter show because I'm a dealer, but...
Well, sure, but at least you can measure yours, and we can measure mine.
We could show her in your tank.
Yeah, there you go.
Under your name.
There you go. Awesome. So we just realized, when we dumped the fish back in to sort them, my GoPro is in there. So now it's like 8 feet down somewhere down there, still recording. We have no idea where. We got to go fishing for the GoPro. And yeah, so hopefully we can find it, because it's a big space down there. We got the GoPro back, we found it, he found it, luckily, and now we're gonna bag up my fish. And so now you guys can watch those grow out, but I'm gonna destroy you with growing these out. Because you've got 1 billion koi to manage, I only have like 20, and so I think odds are in my favor.
Odds are in your favor. I think they're all about the same size to start.
Yep.
Same age, all within about 1/4 inch of each other. So.
Yeah.
What do we got, 6 months? 5 months.
We got 5 months.
5 months.
And yeah, I got an auto feeder. I think that's going to help. And now I just got to decide, like if I'm lazy, I'm going to put them in the big pond. If I'm not lazy, I'm going to put them off to the side and really try and power grow them, but we'll see.
Put them in an aquarium for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I fed them live foods and things like that. So, I mean, I'll cheat every legal way I can. You better believe that. So, yep. So make sure you check out Zach at koi.com, his channel. I'll put a link. And make sure you check back in. I'm going to beat him. If you think I'm going to beat him, leave a comment. If you think he's going to win, which to be fair, he's been into koi for 20 years. He owns an entire facility, and he's putting it into a much bigger pond than I have. But I got some tricks up my sleeve. I think I can do it. So if you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.